everybody, SlimKirby here, and welcome back to more of the Shovel Knight playthrough. We have finished 3 of the 4 Shovel Knight scenarios, and today we're finally going to start the final one and start wrapping this game up. I mean, obviously there are some other stuff I want to show off, like the challenge mode and of course the Shovel Knight Showdown mode as well. But as far as like the main campaigns of the game, this is the last one we have to do. So let's go ahead and start our file here. We're going to be creating a new file right here on this file slot number 5. And we've beaten Shovel Knight's campaign, Plague Knight's campaign, and Spectre Knights campaign. It's time to move on to King Knight and the King of Cards. Match brains and brawn in this regal prequel. Let's do it. And so we've done SlimKirby, we've done Vim Kirby, we've done Grim Kirby. Guess we'll just do Jim Kirby. I have no other better ideas. Oh gosh. No, we don't need one. We don't need 2 Ys. Just 1. And yeah, let's get this started. Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. By all appearances, peace has flourished, and carefree new pastimes have taken hold. A card game called Joustus has swept the land, and with it, word of a grand tournament. Presiding over the contest are 3 Joustus judges. These wise kings have been chosen to spread joy and unity. This contest is of great interest to King Knights, for though some call him a fool who plays a king, even fools know this. Whoever defeats all 3 Joustus judges will win an incredible treasure and be crowned the King of Cards. Competing for the Joustus crown is no simple matter, but King Knight schemes, undeterred, toward a kingdom of his own. So yeah, welcome to King Knight's campaign. So, as far as King Knight's basic controls, like obviously use the directional pad to move, press the, I mean again, it's going to be different based on what system or how you're playing this game. I'm pressing the A button on my Switch Pro controller, but I'm playing this on PC, so I can't exactly give accurate buttons, but again, they usually kind of tell you the controls. It's whatever jump button you've used for all the other ones. And King Knight's main mode of attacking is actually through a charge move like this. Kind of akin to, I guess, Wario's charge move in the Wario Land games. But even then, it's definitely more dynamic than that. So yeah, you basically shoulder barge into enemies, and when you do that, you actually kind of get knocked up into the air, and you have kind of like this little tornado move. Using that tornado move, you can actually bounce off of enemies and other obstacles, and again, you'll kind of see what exactly it does as we go throughout the game. But it's going to be like the main mode of platforming when it comes to King Knight. And usually when you shoulder barge into a wall, you'll reflect off the wall and kind of have that little spinny move as well. And yeah, that's basically the main part of King Knight and how he works. Obviously, he'll get more items and other things as we go throughout the game. There will be some walls that you can't do this against. Kind of like Spectre Knight and how you couldn't like necessarily climb every wall. It's kind of the same idea with King Knight. There are some walls that you won't be able to do this with. So obviously you'll need to find other ways to get up those sections. But yeah, we're going through basically the plains of passage as we normally do. I do think that this area is a little different than some of the other areas, much like in Spectre Knights' case, where the kind of first main level changed a little bit. Kind of the same idea for King Knight as well. The one thing I will say is that as far as King Knight's levels are concerned, a lot of his levels are actually kind of shorter than what all the other campaigns have been. However, he also has more levels overall. So you have to kind of keep that in mind, is that even though the levels are shorter, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll be getting through this game any faster. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually the longest campaign of this playthrough. Just because there's like a lot of stuff to compact here. Because honestly, it's not just the platforming in this game. There's actually kind of a secondary gameplay style that we'll get into at some point in the project. Not right now, obviously, but later on, definitely. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're dealing with here. Whenever you see a ring like that King Knight grabbed onto, you'll be taken to kind of a small little sub-area here, which usually you'll have like treasure to get, or just some other random collectibles that you might need to get through the game. You know how it is. So here we just have, that is, I believe, a merit badge. There are 135 merit badges throughout the game, and that's a lot of them. And again, they're kind of King Knight's main collectible, much like how Plague Knight had the Cipher coins, Spectre Knight had the Red Skulls. The merit badges are kind of King Knight's collectible. And yeah, there's 135 of them, so you'll be getting a lot of them as you go throughout the game. There's basically 3 per level, but some of the overworld sections actually have the merit badges as well. I actually don't know if they're strictly called merit badges. They might actually be called merit medals, but merit badges is easier to say because that's obviously something you've probably heard of before. So yeah, that's pretty much what we'll be dealing with most of the King Knight stuff anyway. And yeah, for these dirt piles, you have to kind of tornado into them to actually get the contents. You can't just charge into them. It doesn't work that way, so keep that in mind. And yeah, that's pretty much the basics, I guess you could say. Looks like we got Mr. Dragon guy here. Let me get this merit medal first. He went down pretty easily, so that's good. And when you see the big ring, that signifies the ending of a level, so this is basically the goal marker. So yay, we did it. We beat the level, and the rats are going to take us away, and yeah, that's basically going to be that. So we beat that level, we got everything here, and we're going to move on to the next level, the Mossy Mountain. So yeah, like, each area is kind of broken down into, like, basically 2 or 3 sub-areas. And again, they're definitely, like, smaller than kind of the main levels of the other games. But when you kind of combine them all together, they kind of make one big level, so it kind of makes sense when you look at it from that angle. And then see, as you can see right here, we have grass growing on the sides of these walls. You can't do the, I don't even know what to call this. I guess it's just kind of the shoulder barge jump or something. You can't do that against those walls. There has to be like a solid wall to do that against. So, just some stuff you gotta keep in mind. Oh crap. I think if I go back down here, the guy will respawn though. Yeah, okay, we're good. Yay, we did it. See, it wasn't that hard. There is also another aspect of King Knight that I haven't gone over yet. In regards to his health, as you can see, he has 4 pieces of health. However, unlike the other characters in this game, whenever you get hit, you don't lose half of a health. You lose a full heart. So overall, King Knight has less health than what the other characters do. That is one thing you'll have to get used to, because obviously you can't take as many hits against the bosses of this game, but at the same time, you almost don't really need to, because again, you kind of have this pretty neat combo attack with the kind of tornado jump. So you can probably use that to great advantage as well. I just want to make sure there wasn't anything right there. Surprised we haven't found any secrets yet, especially since we've already found like the midway point. But yeah, like usually when you play these levels, because the levels are so short, there's really only going to be one midway point in these levels. Like you'll hardly ever see like more than one, because again, you just don't need them for this gameplay. Because again, the levels are just so much shorter than all the other ones in the other campaigns. I think I can still get this. Yeah, I just have to be a little creative. And also, if you tap the shoulder charge button, you can do a little roll move too, which I think the roll move does a little more damage, and or at the very least, you can kind of just roll through enemies without doing the jump if you don't think you need the jump. That's really the only, I guess, reason for that, if I had to say. Let me see, I think this is just going to be food. Yep. Let me wait till this comes back. There we go. Oh, before I do this. Okay, nope, we're good. I actually wonder, hold on. No. Thought there might be like more hidden stuff down there. Again, it's not something I'd be surprised if there was, if I'm being honest. Okay, another merit medal. Ugh. So yeah, as the main menu said, this is essentially another prequel story. So this is actually before the events of actual Shovel Knight. I want to say this is like, in terms of being a prequel, this takes place after the events of Spectre Knight, I believe. But again, right before the Shovel Knight stuff. So again, this is like, I want to say this is when the Order is being kind of formed, I guess. Kind of during that, but again, it's really hard to say. I think they kind of just tried to take their own liberties when it came to, like, I guess, the general time frame of these events. But yeah, so we completed both these levels. Let's go ahead and check out the Homestead. Oh, my little prince, do you return to save the day with the ingredients I requested? Mother, I'm no prince, I am a king, and mother, kings have subjects who do their bidding for them. Oh, my precious love, those are rats, not subjects. My rats are loyal to the last, they're my starter subjects, part of my grand plan. I must acquire a Joustus deck and be declared the king of cards. This is far more important than errands. Well, you can't rule on an empty stomach. Please, my valiant knight, eat. Okay, fine. So yeah, these are basically the health upgrades of this game, so we'll eat the hearty meat pie. Just so we can increase our health, and also make our mother happy, because, you know, mothers are great. You only have one, well, one birth mother anyway. So yeah, be kind to your mothers, damn it. So before we leave, we're going to climb up here and check out the top part of the homestead. Get some of this lovely money we have here. Then we're going to grab the merit medal and fall back down. It seems like there'd be something up there. Like, it kind of looks like there's like something in the ceiling right there, but I don't know if that is actually the case. I might be able to come back later when I have like a certain ability and we can try that, but I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, that's basically all you can do here. Yeah, you can get some more pie if you have the money for it, but clearly I don't, so we'll have to come back later and get more food at a later date and time. But I am okay with that. That's basically all we need to do here at the homestead. And I guess we'll just keep on moving. We do have another stage we can do, so yeah, we'll do this. The Spectral Ravine. So it looks like we might be seeing another face from one of our other campaigns here. But yeah, hear ye, hear ye. I guess we're kind of in that branching path between here and the Lich Yard, I guess. Oops, did not mean to get hit right there. Although, to be fair, when do you plan to get hit? Unless you're taking, like, iframe damage or something. But yeah, as far as, like, overall, like, difficulty with this mode, compared to all the other ones, it's kind of a weird thing. I feel like in some respects, this is definitely one of the easier campaigns. But I think it's definitely harder than Spectre Knights campaign. And it's weird just how it kind of always, like, changes between those two things, where it's like, there's some aspects where I feel like this is definitely easier, and then other aspects where I think, okay, this is actually pretty difficult in its own right, too. It kind of keeps you on your toes, like, when you're kind of getting used to the gameplay style, it kind of throws a curveball at you, which, you know, honestly, not necessarily a bad thing. Because, you know, when it comes to, like, especially just platformer games, like, a game should definitely be fun and engaging in its own right. But, you know, you also, like, want it to have a little bit of a challenge, too, so... Definitely think this game does a good job of keeping the fun going, amongst other things. I feel like there may have been a secret up there. I'm gonna check it out really quick. Okay, no. Never mind. Well, I don't need to fight you, because I already got your money, so we'll just go ahead and move on. Sounds good to me. Bonk. I'm trying to be very careful with, like, checking all of the walls and everything, because I can't help but feel like there were a lot of levels when I did my practice file where I did actually end up missing something, because there was just one thing I just very briefly overlooked that had something I needed, and, you know, it's never fun to redo levels, especially since this is a case where I believe you can't just go back into a level, get the collectible, and leave. You have to actually, like, complete the level to get it. But it's also kind of nice in this campaign, too, because there's actually, like, a lot of stuff you have to buy. And because there's, like, a lot of levels, and I think they're pretty generous with giving you stuff throughout the campaign, too. You can get a lot of money in this particular campaign. So it's definitely nice in that regard. Okay, so now we need to go back. We did the thing. Oh god, I almost fell off. We don't have the clothing that saves us from bottomless pits yet, so I'm trying to be careful with that. Okay, nothing up there. Get some lovely food right here, though. Look who it is. Your quest to become King of Cards has not gone unnoticed. Ah, word has reached the slums, has it? Am I to travel with an entourage of many beggars now? Sss. You shall remain silent and heed my words well. You stand no chance unless you... Out of my way, you reeking husk! I won't humor panhandlers on my path to the Joustus crown. A child in the guise of a monarch. I will teach you respect and the true meaning of fear. So yes, we have to fight Spectre Knights, which... he has like a lot of the relics that you get from Spectre of Torment, which is kind of a nice touch. But he's relatively easy. He doesn't really fight back too much. You are impudent, but quick on your feet. Interesting. Horrors, you touched my cape. Now I must launder away, you disgusting filth. Take these and waste no more of my time. Ooh, we got a Joustus deck. A starter deck of Joustus cards. Finally, your card quest can begin. A Joustus deck? Did you soil it with your witchery? They're ordinary Joustus cards, you simpleton. Seek the nearest house of Joustus and play your role. Okay, well, we'll find out more about that later. Or actually, I don't think we have much of a choice. I think that's exactly what we're doing next. Well, I guess we'll do this mini stage first. That might be a good idea. I think what I'm ultimately going to do is to try to, you know, not... basically not get, like, overwhelmed with all the different things going on. I'm probably going to, like, not try to mix and match the platforming gameplay with the Joustus gameplay too much. Just because it can be quite too compact for potentially like newcomers or new watchers to this. So I think that's how I'm gonna handle that in this particular playthrough. I feel like I'm getting a lot of good stuff though. How nice is the screen to stop scrolling right there. How nice. Okay, well there we go. We've completed this mini stage, and because we are basically being kind of forced into the Joustus stuff, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, and then next video we'll kind of take a look at that stuff, and then kind of start moving on with the game from there. So this has been SlimKirby. Thank you for watching the first part of Shovel Knight King of Cards, and I'll see you guys next time when we check out more. Later, folks.